There is a silence that screams louder than any accusation, a stillness that shakes the foundations of the room without a single muscle moving. You have felt this. You have walked into a crowded space, perhaps a family gathering, a corporate meeting, or a social event, and felt the atmosphere shift instantly, not because of what you said, but simply because you arrived. This is not arrogance, this is physics, this is spiritual law. You are tuning into this broadcast right now because you have spent years, perhaps decades, wondering why your life feels like a constant paradox. Why you are simultaneously the most resilient person you know and yet the most sensitive. Why you attract broken souls who need healing, yet you are often the target of unprovoked hostility. Today, specifically under the energy of this time, we are decoding the highest level of spiritual assignment. We are talking about the Omegalevel chosen one. This is not a term to feed the ego, it is a classification of spiritual warfare. Alpha begins things, but Omega ends them. You were sent here to end generational curses, to close timelines of trauma, and to finish what your ancestors could not. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Youre readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment. And the greatest sign of this power, it is not your voice, it is your silence. Before we dive into the deep ocean of this truth, I need you to anchor yourself. If you have ever felt like a stranger in your own family or an alien on this planet, this message is the manual you lost at birth. Do not click away, because the next few minutes will explain the unexplainable events of your last 10 years. Let us begin with the concept of the Omega frequency. In the study of spiritual dynamics, and even in the behavior of wolf packs, the Omega is often misunderstood as the lowest. But in the spiritual hierarchy of the chosen, the Omega is the outlier who holds the group together by absorbing and transmuting the toxicity of the collective. You are a biological and spiritual filtration system. Have you noticed that when you leave a toxic workplace or a dysfunctional relationship, the entire structure often collapses shortly after? That is not a coincidence. You were the pillar holding up the energetic integrity of that space. Your presence, your very biomagnetic field, was processing the darkness of those around you. When you removed your light, the darkness had nothing left to feed on, and it turned on itself. This is the first hard truth you must accept. You are a structural load-bearer for the divine. This is why your life has been difficult. A bridge designed to carry a freight train must be built with stronger steel than a bridge designed for foot traffic. Your trauma, your isolation, the nights you cried yourself to sleep wondering where God was, that was the tempering of the steel. You were being forged for a weight of glory that would crush a normal person. But why is silence your greatest weapon? This is where we bridge the gap between ancient spirituality and modern psychology. When you are an Omega-level chosen one, your spirit carries a frequency of absolute truth. It acts like a tuning fork. When a tuning fork is struck, it forces everything nearby to resonate at its pitch. If something cannot resonate, it vibrates violently or it breaks. This is why people lie to you before you even ask a question. Have you noticed that? People start over-explaining, defending themselves, or projecting their insecurities onto you when you haven't said a word. Your silence acts as a mirror. When you are quiet, you are not absent. You are fully present, and your presence reflects their true self back to them. For a person living in a lie, for a narcissist, or for someone hiding secret sin, your silence is terrifying. It is the silence of the judge before the verdict. It convicts them. They need you to react. They need you to get angry, to cry, to defend yourself, because if you engage in their chaos, you lower your frequency to match theirs. But when you stay in the high position of the observer, the Omega position, you force them to sit alone with their demons. There is a specific reason this is coming up for you right now, in this season. The spiritual climate is shifting. We are moving from a time of hiding to a time of revealing. For the last few years, you have been in what the mystics call the wilderness season or the hermit phase. You felt invisible, your projects stalled, your relationships ended. You felt like you were screaming into the void. Listen closely. That was not rejection. That was protection. You were being hidden while your internal architecture was being upgraded. If you had stepped into your power 3 years ago, the enemy would have spotted you too soon. You were not ready for the level of warfare that comes with the Omega assignment. But now the camouflage is lifting. And as you emerge, you must understand the rules of engagement have changed. The old way of fighting, arguing, trying to prove your worth, overgiving to earn love, is over. The new way is the way of the Omega. Presence over performance, silence over noise. Let's talk about the physical symptoms of this calling, because your body keeps the score. You likely suffer from what doctors call idiopathic issues, symptoms with no clear cause. Fatigue that sleep doesn't cure, sudden waves of anxiety that don't belong to you, ringing in the ears. This is because you are a transducer. You feel the shifts in the collective consciousness. When the world is anxious, you feel it in your solar plexus. When someone you love is in danger, you feel it in your chest. You are connected to the quantum web of reality in a way that most are not. Science tells us that the heart produces the largest electromagnetic field in the body, extending several feet outside of us. For an Omega chosen one, I believe this field is amplified. You are walking around with a broadcast signal that is constantly interacting with the environment. This is why you need so much alone time. It's not just that you are introverted, it's that you need to decontaminate your energy field. You need to wash off the psychic debris of the world. If you don't honor your need for solitude, you will get sick. Your body will force you to stop. If you are watching this and you've been feeling an intense urge to isolate lately, do not fight it. That is your soul calling for a maintenance check. I want to address the black sheep phenomenon. Almost every Omega level chosen one is the black sheep of their family. But let's reframe this. You are not the black sheep because you are bad. You are the black sheep because you are the only one who is white in a family of gray. You are the anomaly. In systems theory, a system will always try to maintain homeostasis, even if that homeostasis is toxic. When you try to heal, when you try to speak the truth, you threaten the system's stability. So the family attacks the antibody. You are the antibody. You were sent into that bloodline to cure the infection of dysfunction, addiction, and poverty mindsets. But the infection fights back. This is why your own family often treats you worse than strangers do. It is a spiritual betrayal that cuts deep, but it is also your confirmation. If you fit in, you wouldn't be the one called to lead them out. Joseph was thrown into the pit by his brothers, not because he was lesser, but because he had a dream they couldn't understand. Your dream, your vision, your integrity, it intimidates those who have settled for mediocrity. Before I reveal the specific Omega signs that are manifesting right now, I want to ask you a favor. If this message is resonating with your spirit, if you feel a burning in your chest as you listen, that is your confirmation. Please take a second to click the like button and subscribe to the channel. It's not just about an algorithm. It's about signaling to the universe that you are ready for more of this truth. By engaging, you are connecting your energy to this community of like-minded souls. We are building a sanctuary here. Now, let's go deeper into the silence that convicts. There is a biblical principle that says, "The Lord will fight for you. You need only to be still." The Hebrew word for still here implies sinking down, letting go, relaxing your grip. It is the ultimate act of trust. When you are an Omega, your battles are not carnal, they are spiritual. When someone slanders you and you stay quiet, you are handing the case over to the Supreme Court of Heaven. And let me tell you, the judgments from that court are swift and final. I have seen chosen ones try to defend themselves in the court of public opinion and lose. But when they went silent, when they went into their prayer closet and said, "God, this is yours," the tables turned in ways that were statistically impossible. The person who attacked them was suddenly exposed. The lie unraveled. The hidden agenda came to light. Your silence creates a vacuum that the truth rushes in to fill. Consider the look. You know the one. You look at someone and you don't say a word, but they know that you know. This is the Omega gaze. It bypasses the persona and speaks directly to the soul. It is uncomfortable for people living in the shadows. This is why you often find people avoiding eye contact with you. They can't hold your gaze because they can't handle the light. It's like shining a high-beam flashlight into the eyes of someone who has been living in a cave. It hurts them. So, don't take it personally when people pull away. Rejection is often God's protection. It is the universe clearing the path so you don't trip over people who are not going where you are going. You also possess what I call timeline intelligence. You have an uncanny ability to see how things will play out. You warn people. You say, "Don't trust that person," or "Don't take that deal." They call you negative. They call you paranoid. Then, 6 months later, when the catastrophe happens exactly as you predicted, they come back to you. Or more likely, they avoid you because your presence reminds them of their mistake. This is the burden of the watchman. You see the storm before the clouds gather. This gift is not to make you fearful, it is to make you strategic. You are a chess player in a world of checker players. You are thinking 10 moves ahead because you have access to divine foreshadowing. Let's talk about the February shift. We are currently in a window of time where the energy is supporting massive realignments. For the Omega chosen one, this means the end of the tolerance cycle. You are losing your ability to tolerate fake interactions. You physically cannot do it anymore. Small talk feels like torture. Pretending to like people who drain you feels like a betrayal of your soul. This is good. This is your system coming online fully. You are being stripped of the ability to be inauthentic so that you can step into your purpose. You might feel like you are losing friends, but you are actually shedding dead weight. You are being streamlined for aerodynamics. You cannot fly at the altitude you are destined for if you are carrying the baggage of people who are committed to the ground. One of the most painful aspects of this journey is the Judas effect. You will often be betrayed by those you helped the most. This is a hard pill to swallow. You gave them money, time, energy, and love. And in return, they stabbed you in the back. Why? Because your light highlighted their inadequacy. Because they wanted your fruit, but they hated your root. They wanted the blessing you carry, but they didn't want the discipline it takes to carry it. And when they couldn't manipulate you, they tried to destroy you. But here is the secret. The betrayal was necessary. It was the elevator door closing so you could go up. If they had stayed, they would have capped your growth. Bless them for leaving. Pray for them from a distance and lock the door. The Omega Chosen One also deals with electrical interference. Do streetlights go out when you walk by? Do electronics glitch when you are emotional? Does your phone battery drain faster than normal? This is not your imagination. High-frequency spiritual energy affects the physical world. You are a walking generator. When your emotions are high, you are sending out a surge of power. This is why emotional regulation is your most important spiritual discipline. You cannot afford to stay in anger or fear, not just because it feels bad, but because you are dangerous when you are unregulated. You can manifest chaos just as easily as you manifest peace. You must learn to ground yourself. Walk barefoot on the earth, drink water, breathe. You are managing a nuclear reactor inside your chest. Let's return to the concept of the silence. There is a specific type of silence you need to practice, the silence of the plan. Stop telling people your next move. The enemy cannot sabotage what he does not know. Joseph made the mistake of telling his brothers his dream. Don't be like young Joseph. Be like the older Joseph, who moved in silence and strategy until he was in the position of power. Your dreams are fragile seeds. They need the darkness of the soil to germinate. If you expose them to the harsh light of public opinion too early, they will wither. Keep your visions between you and God until they are so solid that no one can knock them down. I want to speak to the loneliness again, because I know it is the heaviest burden. The loneliness of the Omega is not the absence of people. It is the absence of understanding. You can be in a room full of people who love you and still feel completely alone because they love the version of you that serves them, not the version of you that is emerging. You crave deep connection. You want to talk about the universe, about God, about the nature of reality, about healing, and they want to talk about the weather and the news. It feels like starvation, but I want to encourage you. Your tribe is coming. The reason you haven't met them yet is because they are rare. Diamonds are not found in piles. They are found in isolation. You are being held in reserve for a connection that is worthy of your depth. Do not lower your price just to get a sale. Stay expensive. There is a powerful paradox in your nature. You are fierce yet gentle. You are a warrior yet a healer. You have the heart of a lion and the soul of a dove. This confuses people. They interpret your kindness as weakness, so they try to take advantage of you. And then they are shocked when they hit the wall of your boundaries. They didn't see the sword hidden under your wing. You are not nice. You are kind. There is a difference. Nice is a trauma response. It's trying to please everyone to stay safe. Kindness is a choice. It comes from power. You choose to be kind because you are strong enough to be gentle. But when that kindness is violated, you have the authority to withdraw it. That withdrawal is your judgment. You don't have to attack them. You just have to remove your blessing. As we move through this month, pay attention to your dreams. The Omega Chosen One receives downloads during sleep. You might be waking up between 3 a.m. and 5 a.m. This is the Creator's hour. The veil is thin. Don't just roll over and go back to sleep. Sit up, listen, write down what you feel. You are receiving instructions for the next chapter. You might feel a sudden urge to move, to start a business, to call someone, or to quit something. Follow that urge. It is the GPS of the Holy Spirit. Logic will try to talk you out of it. Logic is based on the past. Intuition is based on the future. Trust the future. We must also discuss the vibration of truth. When you speak, even if your voice is shaking, the truth in your words carries a weight that hits people in the gut. You have lost the ability to lie. Even white lies feel like swallowing glass. This makes social navigation tricky, but it is your superpower. In a world of deep fakes and curated personas, authenticity is the most valuable currency. People are starving for something real. When you show up, authentically flawed, authentically struggling, authentically hoping, you give them permission to be real too. You are a liberator. Your vulnerability is not a weakness. It is the key that unlocks the cages of others. But let's be real about the attacks. The Agent Smith phenomenon. Have you ever been having a great day, feeling high vibe, and suddenly a stranger is rude to you, or a family member picks a fight out of nowhere? It feels scripted. That's because it is. It is a distraction sent to lower your frequency. The dark side knows that if you maintain your high state, you are unstoppable. So it sends little minions to pinch you, to annoy you, to get you to react. Recognize it for what it is, a distraction. Laugh at it, say, "Nice try," and keep moving. Do not engage with the distraction. Your attention is your currency. Do not spend it on things that do not give you a return on investment. You are also a time bender. Have you noticed that time behaves differently for you? Sometimes hours feel like minutes. Sometimes minutes feel like hours. You can accomplish in a day what takes others a week. This is because you are operating not just on chronological time, chronos, but on divine time, kairos. You are stepping in and out of the flow state. This is a sign of high spiritual mastery. Use this. When you are in the flow, ride the wave. When the flow stops, rest. Do not try to force productivity when the grace is lifted. The Omega knows when to hunt and when to hibernate. Now, a warning about energy vampires. Because you are an Omega, you have a massive supply of life force energy. Vampires smell this. They will come to you with sad stories, with crises, with constant drama. They will talk for hours and leave feeling great while you feel exhausted. You must learn to close your energetic ports. Visualize a shield around you. Learn to say, "I can't take this on right now." You are not responsible for saving everyone. You are responsible for shining your light. You cannot shine if your battery is drained. Helping others should not come at the cost of your own survival. That is martyrdom, not ministry. The concept of the remnant. You are part of a remnant group of souls who held the line when the world went crazy. You didn't buy into the fear. You kept your head when others were losing theirs. This was a test, and you passed. Now comes the reward phase. But the reward doesn't look like what the world expects. It looks like peace. It looks like sovereignty. It looks like having a direct line to the divine. The things you used to chase, fame, approval, material excess, no longer satisfy you. You want meaning. You want legacy. You want to know that your life mattered. And I am here to tell you, it matters more than you can comprehend. The ripple effect of your existence extends into eternity. I want you to think about the Omega silence in the context of your enemies. The Bible says, "He prepares a table for me in the presence of my enemies." Notice it doesn't say he removes the enemies. He makes them watch you eat. He makes them watch you be blessed. Your vindication is not in your words, it is in your harvest. When you start thriving, when you start glowing, when your life starts working, that is the greatest revenge. They expected you to fail. They expected you to crumble under the pressure, but instead, you became a diamond. Let your success make the noise. Let your peace be the testimony. This month, you might feel a separation anxiety from your old self. You are shedding a skin. It is uncomfortable. You might look in the mirror and not recognize the person staring back. You are changing physically, mentally, and spiritually. Your old hobbies don't interest you. Your old favorite foods might even make you sick. You are upgrading. Be patient with yourself. You are in the chrysalis. It's messy in there, it's tight, it's dark, but the butterfly is forming. The Omega transformation is the final metamorphosis. You are becoming who you were always meant to be, before the world told you who to be. Let's address the imposter syndrome. Because your gifts are so natural to you, you think everyone has them. You think it's not special that I can read people, everyone can do that. No, they can't. You devalue your own currency because it comes easily to you. Stop doing that. Acknowledge your gifts. Acknowledge that you see things others miss. Acknowledge that you love deeper. Acknowledge that you are an Omega. When you own your identity, the universe opens doors that were previously locked. You have to believe it before you see it. The silence is also about listening to God. We spend so much time talking at God, praying, asking, begging, but the Omega knows that prayer is a two-way radio. You have to release the button to hear the response. Spend time in silence every day. No music, no phone, no podcasts, just you and the Creator. In that silence, you will hear the whispers that guide empires. You will get the idea that changes your financial situation. You will get the clarity on that relationship. The answers are in the silence. The world is noisy because the enemy wants to drown out the voice of God. Your rebellion is your quietness. As we approach the end of this transmission, I want to give you a challenge for the next 24 hours. Practice the Omega silence. When someone provokes you, say nothing. Smile and walk away. When you feel the urge to over-explain, stop. When you want to complain, hold your tongue. Watch what happens to your energy levels. You will feel a surge of power. You will feel dignified. You will feel like royalty, because you are royalty. You are a child of the Most High, entrusted with the Omega assignment. This path is not for the weak. It is for the warriors of light. You have been broken, yes. You have been scarred, yes. But you are still standing. And not only are you standing, you are evolving. You are becoming dangerous to the darkness. Your light is getting brighter. The confusion is clearing. The fog is lifting. You are remembering who you are. Before you go, I have a question for you. Which sign of the Omega resonated most with you? Was it the silence, the isolation, the feeling of being a lie detector? I want you to leave a comment below. Share your story. When you write it down, you make it real. And read the other comments. You will realize you are not alone. There is an army of us. We are scattered, but we are connected in the spirit. And one last thing. The thumbnail for this video said, God says, stay quiet. Take that literally. For the next season of your life, let your results speak. Build in silence. Heal in silence. Grow in silence. And when you finally emerge, the shockwave of your reveal will shake the world. If this message blessed you, please like the video to help it find other lost Omegas. Subscribe and hit the bell so you don't miss the next update. The spiritual warfare is intensifying, and you need to stay equipped. Remember, you are chosen, you are protected, and you are an Omega. The end of the old you is the beginning of your true power. I speak peace over your mind, clarity over your spirit, and strength over your body. The wilderness is ending. The promised land is in view. Walk into it with your head high and your mouth shut. Your silence is your sovereignty. Until next time, stay in the light. Let's talk about the Omega-level endurance. You have survived things that would have destroyed 10 other people. Think back to that year. You know the one where everything fell apart. You lost the job, the relationship, the health, the stability. You were on the floor. And yet, here you are. How? Because you have an internal power source that is not of this world. You are plugged into the eternal generator. This resilience is a hallmark of the Omega. You are the one who is still standing when the smoke clears. This isn't just luck, it's design. You were built with a roll cage. You were designed for impact. Why? Because you are meant to go into the darkest places and pull others out. You cannot rescue someone from a burning building if you are not fireproof. Your trials were your fireproofing. There is also a specific frequency of rejection you need to understand. Sometimes people reject you instantly. They don't even know you, but they sneer at you. They are rude to you in the checkout line. This is demonic discernment. The spirits operating in them recognize the spirit operating in you, and they react with hostility. It's like a demon manifesting in the presence of holiness. Do not internalize this. Do not think, what is wrong with me? Instead, realize, something in them is terrified of the light in me. Wear that rejection like a badge of honor. It means your light is working. It means your silence is loud. And what about the miracle manifestation? Omegas often experience last-minute miracles. You are pushed to the very edge of the cliff, your toes are hanging off, and suddenly the bridge appears. The money comes at the 11th hour. The diagnosis is reversed. The help arrives. This is to teach you radical trust. If God saved you a month in advance, you would trust your planning. But when He saves you a second before disaster, you learn to trust His timing. You are being trained for high-stakes faith. You are the special forces of the spiritual realm. You don't get the easy missions, you get the impossible ones, because you are the only one with the faith to pull them off. I want to touch on the sensitivity to lies again. It's physical. When someone lies to you, you might feel nausea, a headache, or a sudden drop in energy. Your body is a lie detector. Trust it. Even if the logic says, trust this person, if your gut says, run, you run. Your gut has millions of years of biological wisdom, plus the Holy Spirit's guidance. Your logical brain can be tricked by a smooth talker, your gut cannot. The Omega learns to navigate life by vibration, not by explanation. If the vibe is off, the deal is off, period. Let's go deeper into the February 4 significance mentioned in the title. Dates are markers. In numerology and spiritual cycles, we look for patterns. The number 4 represents stability, foundation, the four corners of the earth. But combined with the Omega energy, it represents the shaking of foundations to build new ones. This specific time is about structural integrity. God is shaking everything in your life that can be shaken, so that only what is unshakable remains. If you are losing things right now, let them go. They were built on sand. You are being cleared to build on rock. The silence you are being called to is the silence of the construction site. You don't need to talk, you need to build. You also have a gift of atmospheric shifting. You can walk into a room where people are arguing, and without saying much, the tension. Attention, you need to prepare now. I put together an exclusive resource for those who feel set apart for something greater, but live surrounded by noise, distractions, and mental overload. This is a 30-day journey that will transform your life. A guided path to armor your mind and prepare for what's coming with daily practices of focus, boundaries, and discipline. Stop negotiating with the noise. Learn to spot distractions before they control you. And strengthen your mind. Also available in an immersive audio version. Over 10 Youre readers have already transformed their lives through the 30-day journey. Thousands of people have already started this transformation. People like you who are tired of living in the fog. Ordinary people who decided to stop accepting mental chaos. Take advantage of this limited time offer only this month. Access your link just below in the pinned comment.